Dr. Rupa Huq.
Mr. Speaker, on a daily basis, women face intimidation at their entrance to the Mattock Lane Mary Stopes pregnancy clinic from protesters who weaponise rosary beads and gruesome images of fetuses. The police say that existing public order legislation is insufficient to keep the pavement a safe space. So can we have a statement from the government on establishing buffer zones so that women can be protected in their hour of need, as the group Sister Supporter advocates? Speaker, last week all parties backed a near-unanimous motion on Ealing Council to introduce a public spaces protection order outside the Mary Stopes family planning clinic there, because 3 decades of protest from pro-lifers and 1 year of protest from the pro-choicers has made the pavement there impossible to pass for residents, and it obstructs women from having NHS legal healthcare. So will the government issue guidance on whether other local authorities with these facilities in their boundaries should follow suit, or will there be a more national...
On the anniversary, MPs are calling to change the law by making it illegal to protest outside family planning centres. Anti-abortion campaigns are nothing new. When the law was passed, there were mass rallies by pro-life campaigners opposed to terminations. Half a century later, quieter protests are still taking place outside abortion clinics. At this one in West London, 2 weeks ago, demonstrators claimed that they were giving women an alternative perspective. And today, making the same point, pro-life advocates campaigned in Parliament Square. Well, the MP behind the push to ban protests outside abortion clinics is Labour's Rupa Huq, who joins me now. Good afternoon to you.
Hi there.
What distressing situations have you seen or heard of that has made you think that there actually needs to be a change in the law over protests?
Well, look, I mean, I've been an Ealing resident for 45 years. I have one of these clinics in my seat. Since the 90s, I've witnessed these protests by the pro-life lot. But more recently, they've been joined by the pro-choice ones. As you point out, abortion has been legal in this country for 50 years, and there's this sort of standoff between the groups. And the people caught in the crossfire are the women that just want to have their procedure. They've taken the decision by them. They're not even able to get in the door because, you know, you have people with rosary beads who are chanting hymns, who have all these very distressing pictures of fetuses, sometimes 3D dolls, that are grossly inaccurate. Any medic would tell you that the fetus doesn't look like that at that number of weeks. And it intimidates and upsets women who are not even able to get in the door of these clinics. So I would say that you need...
I've passed these places. I've seen people handing out leaflets. But where do you draw the line between freedom of speech, the ability to express your views, and then sort of making that illegal seems to be a very dangerous step, a dangerous precedent, surely?
Well, we have a long tradition of freedom of speech and of change that came about through protests in this country, the suffragettes, the levellers, the diggers. But this is a bit different because those people would direct their ire on the authorities. People like myself, I'm an MP, march on Parliament. That's where legislators are who can change the law. But to pick on defenceless women who want to have this medical procedure in anonymity, if you had any other NHS procedure, you're able to go without loads of people in your face guilt-tripping you. The way that these women are told that they're going to hell, the way that they're given teddy bears and told mum, mum, it's to stop the termination. It's not to have a protest because it's misdirected completely if that's what its aim is.
OK, interesting points. Thank you very much for joining us, Rupa.
Dr. Rupa Huq.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The 113 MPs, including me, who wrote to the Home Secretary last year enjoyed some momentum and progress when she agreed to undertake a review into the feasibility of exclusion zones around abortion clinics. But it's all gone a bit quiet since the evidence deadline passed. So can she tell us when we can expect the conclusions and whether it will be good news for the vulnerable women who want to simply have their NHS treatment in anonymity?
The Honourable Lady will know, because we have spoken about this, how much I care about this as well, and I thank her for bringing it forward. The consultation has concluded. We are now looking at those, and I will make sure that she is one of the first to know when we decide how to bring it forward.